Steals my breath. It's a heavy weight.
Hello everybody, my name is Douglas Arnold Armstrong. I'm the official head honcho here at Happy Texas Reviews. Thank you for you guys watching the live stream. If you guys are just watching after the stream ends, thank you guys all also so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, join up as a group member if you have not already. And today I'm doing my last review for today. If you guys haven't had a chance to yet, I just did 2 reviews already. So go ahead and scroll down and you guys can check out the video game review of Dauntless and then my thoughts on the Call of Duty 2019 Modern Warfare trailer. So this is going to be the last review I do for today. I'm hoping that I will be able to get out for you guys on Monday Forrest Gump. So you guys can get ready for that. I'm hoping I can get that out for you guys on Monday. If not, then it'll be out Tuesday evening. And then Tuesday evening around 2-3 o'clock, I will have out for you guys Godzilla King of the Monsters. I'm planning on seeing that Tuesday morning. So I'll have that review out for you guys. After I finish up Forrest Gump and Godzilla King of the Monsters, that will be the end of list number 6, and that means that after that I will be starting up list number 7, and I, of course, am starting list number 7 with all 8 of the Harry Potter films. So look forward to that. That's coming up very, very soon. With that, we're going to talk about the movie Dinotopia, the 2002 film, not the 2005 TV show, which I know for a fact a lot of people know about the TV show, but not the film. So we're just going to talk about this movie. First of all, I'm going to be very cryptic and not, quote unquote, spill the beans about this film. Because if you haven't seen the TV show, you haven't seen the movie, and you have no idea what in the world Dinotopia is, I want to say for a fact, watch the movie. Because I don't want to spoil exactly what happens in this film. This film is one of the greatest dinosaur movies ever made, one of the greatest dinosaur adventures ever. I constantly hear people that have seen this movie constantly compare this film to Jurassic Park. The Jurassic Park films are good on their own. Dinotopia is good on its own. You do not need to compare these two films. I don't know why, but at any time someone says, oh, if you're making a dinosaur movie, everyone's going to compare it to Jurassic Park. I don't know why that needs to be a thing. Stop doing that, please. Because Dinotopia is amazing. And at times, Dinotopia, if you really want to compare it, which I did the first time I watched this film, but then after that I shut my brain off and stopped doing that because it's wrong. Dinotopia, in my personal opinion, can be at times better than Jurassic Park. And here's the thing. Dinotopia focuses on two things, primarily. It focuses on the human element and the humans, and you care about what's going to happen to them. And then second of all, you also care about the dinosaurs. Jurassic Park, when you watch it, you're like, am I supposed to be caring about the humans, or am I supposed to be caring about the dinosaurs and what happens to them? Confusing because it constantly flip-flops. In Dinotopia, however, you care about both at the exact same time. Now, it can be because, oh look, T-Rex, awesome, it looks amazing, it's coming to kill this person, and then at the same time when the T-Rex is coming to kill that person, you're like, is that person going to live? I've just spent the past hour and a half getting to know this person. Are they going to die now? So, yeah, just keep that in mind. For those of you who do not know what Dinotopia is, basically the general gist of the film is that these two stepbrothers and their father are on this plane and ends up going into a storm. The plane crashes into the water. The brothers are able to escape the plane before it goes down into the ocean. The dad gets stuck, but eventually he is able to stay alive and he gets into a cave. The brothers do eventually find him, of course, and everyone kind of lives happily ever after. The brothers, after they escape the plane crash, they swim up to this island that somehow is magically secluded from the rest of the world. And on this island called Dinotopia, both humans and most of dinosaurs live together in perfect harmony. And so they have this, Dinotopia going on. There are a lot of things in this film that are amazing and really cool. So we're going to talk about the positives and negatives, and that's all I'm going to say about the movie for the general gist and summary. I don't want to spoil anything else of what happens. I don't really want to go into character details and all that stuff. So the rest of this review is going to be based on the fact that you've actually seen this movie. So if you haven't, I highly encourage you guys to go ahead and do so. The only reason that I actually know that this movie existed is that I ended up renting this movie, or borrowing it, whatever you want to call it, from my local library when I was really young and in middle school and high school. And this movie is one of the reasons I actually went to the library, is because they had a deal going on always. It's like if you checked out like 3 books and you read them, then you also got to get a free movie rental from there. So my library is kind of special like that. And so this was one of the reasons I actually went. And it was an encouragement because at the time I was a big dinosaur fan. Still am, just not as much. But so this is one of the reasons I went to the library, is to go rent this movie over and over and over again. And I must have rented this movie at least a dozen times. And it's still a good film. I was able to find a copy of it online at Best Buy. And I'm snatching it. So, yeah. First positive, and something I didn't realize when I rented this for the first time, this movie is 4 hours long. Wow. This movie is 4 hours long. This movie is longer than Avatar, a Lord of the Rings movie, a Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I You think of any movie that is this movie's longer than Star Wars The Last Jedi. If you think of any movie that's around 3 hours long, this movie tops it. This movie is longer than Avengers Endgame. You think that movie was long? You should watch Dinotopia. This movie's 4 hours long. Now here's a funny fact. This movie's 4 hours long. It doesn't feel 4 hours long. I don't know how, but when you're watching this movie, and you're literally just watching this movie, you're not doing anything else. If you watch something else, then yeah, it's going to make you feel like you're sitting there forever. Like if you're playing Monopoly while trying to watch this movie or something. But this movie's 4 hours long. If you are actually watching the movie from point A to point B, from beginning to end, without stopping, this movie doesn't feel like 4 hours long. It feels like 2.5, maybe 3, which is awesome. So this is a 4 hour long adventure with tons of action, amazing CGI dinosaurs, very similar and at times even better than Jurassic Park 3. Another amazing thing is that this movie is divided into 3 parts. 3 parts. So that's a good thing. And it will, at the end of part 1, it'll go into a credit thing, and then it'll go to the main menu, and then get you set up to watch part 2. So you don't have to worry about automatically, like let's say, oh, it's been 2 hours, hit your pause button on your remote and then do it. No, this movie will make it where it divides the movie into 3 chunks, so you can take an intermission if you need to, so you guys can refill your nachos and pop and whatnot. This is a movie that you watch, and it's an event kind of a film. This movie also has amazing characters and amazing development for all of them. And this film sucks you in extremely fast. Me personally, I would love to live in Dinotopia. If it wasn't for the pterodactyls and the T-Rexes and the prehistoric crocodiles and the eel that surrounds the island, those 4 things didn't exist, I'd be fine. Because and then maybe order some steak, because I don't know why, but apparently everyone that lives in Dinotopia is a vegetarian, and I want my steak. Okay. Another positive is that you really don't know what's going to happen next. I mean, sure, you might be able to guess what's going to happen, but you never know 100% what's coming next. And like I said, this movie is amazing. Watch it. You definitely will want to own this film and rewatch it 100%. Unfortunately, there are a few negatives. So, first of all, this movie uses several reused shots to intensify the conclusion. Like at the end of the film, there's a swarm of I'm just gonna call them evil pterodactyls. They got a name in the movie, but I don't remember how to say it. There's a swarm of evil pterodactyls that are coming for the last safe city, basically, in the film. And they show this scene, and they just do it from different angles and different lighting effects, 5, 6 different times in like less than 15 minutes. And I'm just like, we get it. The big evil swarm of pterodactyls is coming to kill people. Like, I think I got it like the first time. Like, evil pterodactyls are coming. Oh, look, evil pterodactyls are coming. Evil pterodactyls are coming. We got it. Evil pterodactyls are coming. More evil pterodactyls. Oh, gosh. It's like, we got it. The bad guys are coming. So that's an annoying thing. This movie concludes the lights and the, white stones going out threat. It concludes that, this movie does. But this movie leaves so many plot lines and threads unfinished. And honestly, the moment they figure out how to conclude the big white stone problem in this movie, it's just like the movie just suddenly somewhat ends. And I'm like, there's no big, like, amazing conclusion feeling that you get. And you're also not sure which of the 2 brothers ends up, quote unquote, winning the girl. They leave that completely unfinished also. There's also way too much pterodactyl stuff in this film. I don't know why, but there's a lot of focus on pterodactyls in this movie, and not enough T-Rex and no raptor action. That's something else I didn't realize when I was watching this movie over the weekend. There's no there's no velociraptors in this movie. They were able to include T-Rexes at the beginning for like 10 minutes if, and then pterodactyls are in part 2 and part 3 for crazy amounts. But there's no velociraptors. It's just kind of weird that they couldn't put those in there. And lastly, I really wanted the idiot mayor to die. The mayor of quote unquote Dinotopia and Waterfall City to die. He was just dumb and unable to listen to reason. And I really wanted him to die. I mean, I understand that's his character arc, but it got to a point where the writers were just drilling it into your head. I'm like, I got it. The mayor is an idiot, and I just want him to die because of how stupid he is. He was one of those characters that's like, I get it, he's stupid, but then they add another coat of paint to him, and it's like, you really want to make sure that everyone notices that he's stupid, and they do it so much that it's annoying, and you just want to put a bullet between his head. Between his eyes. I just, oh. With that, guys, I'm going to give Dinotopia, the 2002 film, a 9 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.